Hello YouTubers, I want to welcome you to another edition of Bargain Bin Gear. And hopefully you've been subscribing and watching the videos, because I often refer to older videos. Now, as you know, recently I had purchased these custom, the Defender 5H tube heads. Right? And all they had was a volume control. Now, usually on amps, you know, you'd like to see a 3-band EQ, right? At the very minimum, which is low, mid, and high. And these could get quite bright, so I wish they had a high control. Okay. And I had, in the last episode, I had the Line 6HX1, which had a simple EQ. So I kind of experimented a little bit and found that, wow, taking down the highs really gives it a different sound altogether. So that got me thinking, well, instead of tying up the HX1 with the EQ, right, because I would use it all the time, to free up the HX1, I went ahead and ordered an EQ pedal, not knowing anything about them really, but I just wanted a simple EQ pedal. But one that looked really nice was the Joyo 6-band EQ, right? So I went ahead and ordered it, and I saw some that were like $25, $26 with free shipping. I thought, well, that sounds pretty good. So I discovered the free shipping was from China, right? So that's going to take a while to get here. Then I went on Amazon and I found one, the Joyo, which is kind of the one I wanted. It looked really nice. And it had free shipping, but not only that, free 1-day shipping. So I ordered this yesterday and it's already here. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. It came in a bag. What? Instead of a box. However, inside the box, or inside the bag, there was a box. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a mini unboxing. So please don't try this at home, and hopefully you can locate a very small person with tiny hands to open your package, right? Only trained professionals should attempt. So here we go. It's arrived, and here it is. Right, it's quite the box. And interestingly, this one is from Joyo, and kind of has a generic box, and it says pedal, pedal, pedal across the top. And here it's got a sticker saying Joyo 6 bands EQ. Right? Alright, so here we go. We're going to attempt this. Maybe I should protect me. Maybe be careful. We're going to have an unboxing here. So don't hurt yourself. Alright, here we go. It's very difficult. Hold on, let me rest a little bit. This is hard. Okay, here we go. And there it is. Okay. But wait, there's more. So here it is in the little padded baggie. And here's the owner's manual. That's right, matey. It's a box. Sorry, it's too small for you to get into this time. Well, that's all I could do. Alright, so here it is. We're going to remove it from the plastic padded baggie. And here it is. Man, look at that. That is just sharp. Look at that. Now, I have to admit, I did not expect for that price. I think the price in total was $36, including tax and shipping. 1 day shipping. And here it is. And it's a full-size pedal. I was expecting one of those little mini, you know, little tiny pedals, but no, this is a full-size real deal pedal. And feels as solid as can be. Has an on-off button here. And has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 band EQ. Can also, on the back I notice here, what it can take a battery. Wow. Okay, well, or 9 volt, right? Kind of like from a, you know, one of those power amp bricks that you see on Amazon for like 30 bucks or whatever. Now here's what's cool about this, is that each one of these little EQ bands lights up. And I feel a notch right in the middle, which is basically 0. It's not boosting or cutting any frequency. So first thing I'm going to do is set them all to that. There we go. Okay, so that's at 0 here. So let me get this plugged in and we're going to try it out and experiment. See if this was a bum deal or something I just don't need to be messing with. But I'm thinking we could get some really cool guitar sounds from adjusting these 6 bands. Man, that's like having an amp with 6 band EQ, which would be really cool. Alright, so we're going to try this. And the first thing you want to do, of course, is hook it up. So let me do that. Alright, now I've got it hooked up. And check this out. Now when it's turned off, right, it's no big deal here. But when you turn it on, see how each one of those lights up? Now that is super cool. You see how each one lights up here? Which is really cool and unexpected for, you know, a full-fledged guitar pedal at this price. So I'm going to go ahead and hook it up here. Okay, doesn't seem to make any extraneous noises, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's get this hooked up here. Alright, now first let's play a chord without the EQ. And now turn it on. See if it affects the sound. So I'll take the, looks like it's a 3 hertz band on the very far right, so the highest one, I'll take it down all the way. Let's see. with it. How cool is that? I mean, just that one band smooths it out a lot, takes out a lot of the highs. Okay, so now let's take the fifth band and we'll take that one all the way down. From this, and took in the five band one all the way down, we get this. Maybe. Did you hear that? I think maybe meowed. Maybe. What are you doing? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, so that's the fifth band. And we'll bring that back up. And we'll try the fourth band. Taking it all the way down. We get this. How cool is that? Eddie! Eddie! Alright. So here's back to normal. We'll take the third band down, all the way down. Kind of a nasally sound. Alright. Maybe! What's going on? What do you want, maybe? Bizarre, I gave him his can. Maybe! Alright, now the second band, we'll take that all the way down. Takes most of the bass away. Alright, and finally the first band. So here's normal. Taking it all the way down, the first band, just your real low end. Basically, remember I added a bass amp with my crossover setup. It takes out the bass amp totally. So I'll bring that up. And then we can also boost all these bands. So if we go from the first band and boost it all the way up, we get... Hellacious bass. We'll try the second band, boost it all the way up. Huge bass. bass sound. Third band all the way up. That bassy sound. Alright, fourth band all the way up. Kind of that nasally mid-range. Fifth band all the way up. Real ice picky treble. And then the last band, the super high, boosted all the way up. That's super high. How cool though. Now, here's the thing. Let's try, first I'll cut down on the highs a little bit. Okay. And take out some of the mid. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that or not. But if you take a look, I'm using the classic kind of wave EQ, you know, where it goes down and then back up. Kind of scooping the mids, lowering the highs a bit. Let's see what we get. Oops. Bypassing the EQ. Engaging the EQ. Without it. See, that's real bright. Because when I put the EQ on. Okay, now this is getting really cool. Here's what I've done here. I've tried a different EQ settings and kind of taking out a lot of the mids, right? And first we'll take a listen to it without the EQ. Kind of bright, but watch what happens when I put in the EQ. Here we go. starting to sound kind of like a black-faced Fenderish kind of sound. Let's be extreme about this, and we'll take down these two bands all the way. Alright, let's try that. Okay. Here's without. Oops. Hard to believe the sound there, right? Okay, now I'll bring the mids up. I'll boost one of the bands of the mid all the way up. It should give us kind of a strange sound. So here's without. With it in. Doesn't sound too much different than when I have just the Fender without the EQ. And I have that one band, the fourth band, boosted maximum. So instead, let's cut it maximum. Alright, here's without. Okay, and with the EQ. By the way, taking out the super high band altogether reduces the noise as well. So listen, this is exactly what I wanted. Overall, was a simple EQ like I had on the HX1, and very much use them as the controls on an amp that you would find, right? To compensate for the custom Defender amps only having the volume control. And what I discovered is it does or can remove the kind of ice pick highs, you know, way too bright. So the EQ takes care of that. Not only that, I've discovered you can get some really cool different kind of guitar sounds. Definitely imitating the Fender Deluxe Reverb, as a matter of fact, you know, by cutting those mids. Wow. Surprised at that. I didn't expect that. And the bonus of being able to reduce noise. I mean, take a listen. There's no noise here. If I boost it up, right, there's that hiss. Whereas if I pull it all the way down, there's no hiss. And it looks great, man. The red little LEDs against the black casing. And this is metal casing. This isn't plastic. You know, I mean, that's pretty sharp for the price of, what, 36 bucks shipped, including sales tax. I mean, that's hard to beat, really. And to get it the next day is fantastic. So I'm really thrilled with that, and I'm going to be experimenting, especially recording-wise, right? Which I haven't really talked about in quite a while. Well, this is perfect for recording. You know, if you're getting too much bass or too many highs or that kind of thing, this little pedal will take care of it. And the nice thing is that I don't need to buy an EQ pedal for each amp, right? I use 2 amps in stereo, but if I run into the EQ pedal very first thing, it applies to both amps, right? So listen, this was a bargain as advertised, in fact even better than I expected. Metal casing, looks great, has those little LEDs, fantastic, and does exactly what I wanted it to, which was very simple, you know, cutting the lows, the mids, the highs. And in fact, one way to look at it is you've got 6 bands, but take 2 bands for the low end, 2 bands for the mids, and 2 bands for the highs, right? And you can create kind of your own EQ things, and it'll create different tones as well for your guitar. So I mean, there's just nothing not to like about this pedal, and the price is great, you know, for brand new, and it's a great looking pedal. It's a full size pedal, which I really like. Those little mini ones that get knocked around and things, I just don't get along with them all that well. But the full size pedal is great, but they're usually much more expensive than this. I mean, I thought this kind of pedal would be like $80 to $100, if not more than that. But to find it for $34 plus tax, and with the free shipping, 1-day shipping, next day shipping, which can be very expensive as well. I mean, now granted it's Prime, Amazon Prime shipping, but man, what a deal. And does exactly what I wanted it to. So now these little custom amps that only have the volume control, the pedals provide the EQ and the reverb. Pretty darn cool. So I highly recommend the Joyo 6-band EQ. Very interesting, and you can really sculpt your guitar sound as far as, you know, having it really concentrating on the mids or scooping the mids, you know, and the highs and the lows and things. You can come up with some really cool sounds, you know, and you can really tame the amp that way too. And I have to say that since using the custom amp, I'm becoming accustomed, no pun intended, to its sound, you know. Though I do find that the high end is a little bright, and the EQ pedal takes care of that. Plus, I also noticed that, you know, cutting the mids gives you much more of a kind of Fenderish blackface kind of sound, such as the deluxe reverb. Very similar, in fact. Who would have guessed? Alright, very good. I wanted to show you that. And I'm really glad I made this purchase. I wasn't sure. I was thinking, man, do I really need that? Come on. But it makes a huge difference. So I'm really, really pleased with it. And I guess one thing I should check real quick is, let's set it up to where I can still use the HX1, right? here's a phaser sound. Okay, and here's without the EQ. Engaging the EQ. Okay. Take down the highs a little bit. Take off the EQ. With the EQ. Without the EQ. And with the EQ. So anyway, I mean, of course, yeah, you'll have to experiment with it depending on what kind of sound you're getting or what you're trying to change. You know, obviously the ice pick sound. Definitely the ice pick sound you'd want to get rid of, right? And this little Joyo EQ pedal does the job. So I'm really impressed. Man. Wow, and the price is just unbelievable. I mean, when you think about, you know, the cheapo Behringer plastic pedals are already at $25 or so, right? Plus shipping usually or sales tax. And for a few dollars more, you go from a plastic casing to a metal casing, and it looks great, and it sounds great, and does what it says it does, and doesn't really affect the guitar sound in a negative way. So very, very cool. Congratulations to Joyo for making such a cool EQ pedal. Definitely got lucky there and got a good purchase, and didn't have to wait for it to come from China, you know, and that was some no-name little mini pedal. Whereas here you get the full-fledged pedal, which I really like. Man, and it looks great. Alright, very good. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.